Hey, good people. This is Rocki with Rocki's Reality, the #1 podcast for unfiltered and unapologetic culture, entertainment, and relationships. Tap in live Thursdays, 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as I chat with some of the dopest artists, celebrities, influencers, entrepreneurs, and more. Make sure to catch us live Thursdays, 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook, YouTube, and Roku. See you soon. Hey everyone, welcome to Rocki's Reality. It is another delightful Thursday. You know, I love Thursday because that means the weekend is coming. But for those of us who are creatives, if you know, you know, the weekends really don't mean rest for us. That just means that we are continue working, we're continue grinding. So I want to welcome everyone. And tonight I have with me some what I call some literary savants, y'all. That y'all know I got to be extra with the descriptions. But tonight I have two outstanding creatives, two multifaceted creatives, and I just get so excited when I interact with people such as these two, because it just shows that we're just, our talent is just not to be denied. It's not to be missed. So if you do not know about these two people, you will know. Hopefully, some of you have already read issues of Urban Magazine. If you have not, go now and follow them, because tonight you are going to meet the publisher and the editor-in-chief of Urban Magazine. They don't just write about the culture, they live the culture. And I absolutely love both of their work. So I want to bring to the stage, without further ado, we have the publisher, Ben Original of Urban Magazine. And then we have the editor-in-chief, the lovely, gorgeous, yes, Dakari Eli. Yes, we so fine. We are so fine. I wish I was in the studio so I can have my claps, but I'm gonna just do the clap. I'm gonna do the sound effect for y'all. But welcome, both of you. Thank you for being here. And first, I always believe in giving people their flowers while they're alive. I can't stand after people but die. That's when people want to be, giving people props. Give people props while they are here and in your face, and you can say it to them. So I want to give both of you your flowers for how you are pushing the culture forward, how you are creating the culture, how just everything that you are doing. And before I forget, April is National Poetry Month. These are two fantastic poets. Okay. Hubby might get lucky tonight, y'all, because I was just listening to Dakari's album. And as I'm putting on my makeup and he come up the stairs, he was like, "Who is that?" I said, "Boo, that's the lady who's gonna be on the show tonight." Like, "Ooh, she sound erotic." I said, "Yeah, she do." I was like, yeah. I will see you later. So, but also, just you all are a dynamic duo. So welcome to the show. I'm just gonna read a little bit. I'm not gonna read the whole bio, but being original, and he is definitely original all the time, because he's a fellow Aries, so y'all know he's original. Y'all know we can't do nothing but be original. So being original, or Benjamin, has been out since the 90s, y'all. He's somebody who, before social media, he was writing from the days of the 5 mics and the double XL the days and all of that. He's just been doing his thing, but he started his own magazine, Urban Magazine, in 2001, and has interviewed some of the top artists out there. He's worked with some of the top artists such as Talib Kweli, Nicole Bitchie, DJ Vlad. So shout out to you, Lorenz Tate, one of my boos. You don't, I know, right? Ooh, still look good. Nick Cannon. So I won't read the whole, but we'll get more into it. But also, I want to introduce Dakari Eli as well. Gorgeous, fine goddess, of course. Black women.
Thank you.
Writer, poet, a Rocki too. Okay,
That's right.
She gonna get your chakras together.
That's
if
it.
you need her to.
More ways than one. That's right.
Okay, and if y'all get into that album, you'll see what I mean. Her album cuffing season. Y'all gonna be cuffing. But she's also do stars such as those from the Stars Power universe. And let me know, by the way, the original Power will always be my favorite. I'm gonna just put that on record. Y'all can come with all the information y'all want, but the original Power is always gonna be my one. Nick Cannon. And she has so many projects, including Blue Dove song, and the latest one is Cuffing Season, and then she's got something else coming out that we're going to get into as well, and we're going to listen to some of Cuffing Season. So welcome to the show. Just again,
thank you. Yes,
Thank you for having us.
Seriously, feeling
you're
blessed.
welcome.
Your
You're
energy is
welcome.
that vivacious energy too.
I love it. I mean, I gotta be me. We my thing is we have enough downtimes, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've cried enough, so we gotta laugh as much as we can.
Mm-hmm.
So I always just try to, especially since we've made it through the pandemic, y'all.
Yes.
Right.
We gotta enjoy this life, and so you only get one. You only get one. So I just enjoy what I do. I just love what I do, and I love interacting with people such as you. So I really appreciate connecting with Ben. I think it's about 2 years ago. I believe I met you through Daryl and Hudson. So shout out to her.
Yes.
And so when I saw you and her speaking, I was like, oh yeah, I've definitely, I hopped into your inbox immediately, like, like let's get to know each other, because as you said, I like building authentic connections with people, and I just love that authentic energy. Mm-hmm. So talk about Dakari started as just a contributor to Urban. Right. Talk about how that evolved into her becoming the editor-in-chief.
Well, she brings a lot to the table, and like I go as far to say is that the Dakari is, I'm somewhat of a writing snob, especially, but
me
Dakari, you're right. I mean, Dakari.
Don't be texting me in the. I don't like when people be texting me crazy. You better get it right. You need to know the difference between your and your. Okay.
Right. So, like Dakari is actually one of the top 5 writers in my book. She is up. I put her up there with James Baldwin. I put her up there with Toni Morrison.
Whoa.
I put her up. She's really, really dope.
I love it.
She's extraordinarily dope. So, and we already had a great friendship. Like we talk for hours a day. Rarely a day goes by where we don't speak, and when we do speak, we speak for hours. So when you have that kind of synergy, it just makes sense. It just makes sense. Plus, like there's probably only like 3 or 4 people on the face of the earth that can check me, and she's
listen. So, you a strong woman. You a strong woman, Dakari, because I know it take a lot to handle us Aries. It's only a few.
Right.
Who gonna check
I will say Aries, that's one of my favorite signs, though. He knows that. That's no cap. Look, seriously, that's the true story.
I know, because we ain't for everybody. We're not. We're not. So we definitely appreciate your Pisces energy. Yep.
So when she's I spent a great deal of time since we became friends trying to get her involved in stuff. So when she wrote the Vivian Green, she did so well right out the box with the Vivian Green interview, and she brought ideals to the table.
I love
and as somebody who's been in this game, you know that most of the time when we interact with people, they're taking something from us. They want something from us. Very rare do people actually bring something to the table and help you become better at what you're doing. So, it just made sense.
Right. Like Lettucey said, add to me. Add to me.
Right.
I love that. And by the way, Vivian Green is, baby, where's she at? I need her to come out. What's happening with Vivian, by the way?
She dropped something a while ago, back in like 2017.
Right.
And it kind of like, it floated out and floated on, unfortunately.
Was it the one with her and Kwame, the Gotta Let You Go, with the Earth, Wind, and Fire beater? It was a Maze or one of those she was sampling.
Yeah, it was.
Get back to loving or something.
Yes.
Right back
See, look at you. You on it.
Girl, listen,
Yeah.
I'm a music aficionado, okay? But yes.
But she's still beautiful.
Yep.
Inside and out. She was very candid with me in the interview. And I have a lot of respect for her. She did. She was very real. She didn't put on airs. She talked to me for a while. So yeah.
I love those type of artists. Yeah. This is the irony that I found being in media. I was thinking this earlier today. I was like, how many people have I interviewed? And I was like, damn, I need to go back and try to tally that. And I'm like, it's probably hundreds at this point. But it seems like the people that the A-list people, so to speak, are so humble. And like some of the C-list people are the ones who are assholes. Do you all find that?
Because there's a sense of entitlement that they feel like, they haven't even earned yet.
Right. Like, you know what I mean? Am I tripping? Because it seems like some of the A-list people that I've encountered who could act like assholes don't.
But what? That's the reason why they've gotten to where they are. Is because they don't feel like they're entitled. Because they have humble energy.
Yes. Yes. Because I just hate all these social media sensations now. And it's just like, you are like mediocre. Like, come on. Like, you can't even really sing. You can sing, but you can't sing. So why you got the big head? Right. But I love that when you can have an interview with someone and they just be like a real fucking person. Just be a real person.
Yeah, they said that about Designer. When Designer came out with the Panda song, he allegedly refused to do a whole bunch of interviews and everything. But now those same people that
Designer who?
Yeah, right.
Where you at? Where you at, Designer?
Right.
Where you at? Where you at? So so that really just amazes me. It really amazes me. So give me a snapshot of how, I know we've all done a ton of shit, right? When people ask me, what do you do? I'm like, oh my God. Like, I can't even it's so much stuff that we've done. But I want to talk about being, and I just know like that spirit in you in areas, you were like, I've got to go out on my own. Right. Coming from the source, which I used to read back in the day, like you said, in its heyday, it was the shit. I was a vibe, the source. Listen, I come from the Right On and Word Up days, okay?
Right.
I'm like, so that's how long, I've been reading and writing all my life. So I come from the Jet days, Ebony Essence, all of those urban magazines, Sister to Sister, all of those. So how did you, what made you say, I need to strike out on my own? I need to do this on my own.
Well, I got the chance to be at the source when Benzino and started targeting Eminem. And I remember the pressure that some of the editors that, were colleagues of mine, friends of mine, that they, to the point back then, he wants to check the people's, the employees' text messages. It was just really,
Benzino was checking text messages?
Well, him and David Mays, they were applying pressure to everybody. So I got the chance to see how that felt towards them. And, then I went to Double XL and I King and all the other places after that. So I just felt like I got my stripes. So I felt like, I had one thing that I was blessed with is that I had independent relationships with the PR departments at the labels and some of the top publicists in the game. Yep. So I really didn't need, to be there. I could take my relationships and then and launch my own media outlet. And it was really, it just worked out for me. It just really worked out for me. Shout out to Simone Smalls and Kim Osorio and all these other Aaliyah King, all these other people.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
you talking about the pioneers, okay?
Yeah, who blessed me?
Way back. I love it.
Yeah, I love it. And I wanted to write about. I experienced. I wrote one of Alicia Keys' first music reviews. I believed in her back when when I heard songs in A minor. I was like, yo,
baby.
I was like, baby. She got talent. That girl got talent.
Classic.
That was
Yeah, and
I was with her up until what was the last song? The last that album.
The fourth album, up to the third album.
I am. Yep.
As
I think.
I am. I was up until that one.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
when the Element of Freedom came out,
I was like,
Unthinkable was cool. I liked Unthinkable. That song.
But
it wasn't.
As I Am was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That song's an A minor, and Diary of Alicia Keys, definitely two of my top favorites.
Yes.
Baby, that song's an A minor you can play. So, and those relationships are currency, right? When we build those relationships with people. And that's what I try to explain to my kids, that, you know, you can have all the money, but if you don't have relationships with people, it don't matter how much money you have.
That's true.
Because when you have a good relationship with people, you might not even have to shell out any money. People are just going to, if they see what you bring to the table, they want to work with you. They want to rock with you.
Absolutely.
So I love that. And so for you, Dakari, talk about, like, how did you all meet? You all were friends before?
Or well, I'm not gonna age either of us right now.
You look good though. Y'all look good, y'all. We look good.
Thank you.
Listen, it's better to be seen than viewed, okay? We look good.
But it was back in the 1900s, okay? That I met Ben. I met Ben. And it was very brief. He actually knew all of my other friends. But I was the one that was like, you know, I had strict parents, so I couldn't come outside.
From the New York area. You both from the New York. Okay.
Yeah. Right. So I couldn't come outside too much. But anyway, so he knew all my friends. So I met him very briefly back in the 1900s. Fast forward to 2015, I think it was.
Yeah, around there. Yep.
I got on Instagram, and we started following each other. And he had, you know, he kept trying to reach out. He's very supportive of my images and, you know, when you write your captions back in the day when it actually mattered, when you wrote captions and you were writing like something that was really like from the heart. Now it's just that later. But
we wasn't worried about hashtags and algorithm and all that shit. We were just being us.
Real.
Right.
And
exactly. Yeah.
Very supportive of, you know, my posts. And then we started talking on the phone, and we started talking for long periods of time. And then it was just like, it just kind of took off from there. You know, like, you know, I liked what he did. He liked what I did. And then our conversations were so amazing that I was entertained. And I said to him, why don't we do a podcast? We should start a podcast. So he was like, all right, I'll go host your podcast with you. I was like, really? I was like, oh, this will be fun. So that's when the Bigger Picture was born. And that had me do a few interviews for Urban. And then I became the EIC, and it just all kept going.
I love that. So talk about you all's, you're both poets, obviously. Talk about, and Ben, I've seen some of his stuff. Wait a minute, I want to ask this. Did you all ever have any like romantic type feelings for each other? Where you were like, or were you always just like, we just gonna be strictly friends?
Well, we're always gonna just be strictly friends. Like we're like thieves. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know, thick as thieves.
Okay. So talk about how you all as poets, how that fits into what you do, and have you done any open mics, or I know Ben has published some stuff, right? How do you first, Ben? Talk about your because then you've been in the service too, like Ben, you done a whole lot of stuff. I'm like, oh my goodness. So but talk about how you are as a poet.
Well, you know, that's what started everything as far as my journalistic career. It had to do with the fact that I was performing spoken word at the New York Weekend Cafe, and somebody heard me, and they were like, "Yo, you know, you sound like you write well. You know, you're very good with words. So why don't you send me a writing sample?" And that's the beginning. I mean, to be honest, I've always been a very talented writer.
Yeah,
my father,
because you used to write love letters for your friends back in the day, for their girlfriends. You told
allegedly.
Me. You told me.
Allegedly.
I love it. Did they pay you?
Oh no, yeah, no. They paid me. They pay me.
You
So
got them to get the girls to get them to get them. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
and it was amazing because the dudes that would pay me to write these love letters for their girls, I don't see how they didn't
Like the hell they
catch
got
it.
it off.
Right. I don't see how it worked for them because there was nothing that said eloquent about these dudes at the time.
Right, right. So why would the chick think this is coming from you? Right,
Right, right. So it made them look deeper. It made them look like, oh,
right,
this is a side of me that nobody else sees.
right.
But no, it was a, I think I've always been good at it, but I think that it was the fact that I was trying to do other things. I was doing music. If you had asked
Mm.
me 30 years ago and you said, yo, one day you're gonna write for the source and blah blah blah,
Mhm.
I would have been like, nah, you're gonna listen to these beats. So, you know, plus I went to high school with Polk from Trackmasters.
Mm. Y'all,
And
for the youngest, Google who Trackmasters is if y'all don't know.
right, right.
For those
So
under 30, Google
right,
Trackmasters.
right. So, to watch one of my friends from high school
Right,
leave high school, and then he went and did the track for Chubb Rock,
Yeah.
and then you know what he's done
crazy.
since then. So
Right,
to see somebody that was like in high school was like a very close friend of mine
right,
do it, like
right.
really just do it. It
Yeah.
just gave me the confidence to believe in myself. And because he had always been supportive of me, so it gave me the
Uh-huh.
confidence to believe in myself and say, if he can do it, if he can make his way, why can't I? So yeah,
Exactly.
poetry is where it all started.
I love it. Wait a
I
minute. By the way, where are the Trackmasters? Are they still making music? I
I,
need
I
them to
don't
come
know.
back.
I don't know if they're still making music. I know that Polk is doing some other stuff. He did
Okay.
the Lyricist Lounge show.
Uh-huh.
Um, so he's doing other
I
stuff
mean, they
behind the
did so
scenes.
much for so many people. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You are taking me back to the heyday of music. Like, oh my gosh, the nostalgia is kicking in. Like, oh
Look,
my God.
see all this platinum down here? That's how that's part of the
Listen,
journey.
listen, like my mama say, keep living, okay? Keep
Yeah.
living. I love it because we're naming names of like pioneers in the game. Like, seriously, these are serious pioneers in the game. So, what about you, Dakari? What about your poetry journey? Because, baby, I love how you got and I don't want to compare, but I love how you give me the light skinned Lauren Hill vibes.
Oh,
I don't want to insult you with that,
no,
but I'm just saying
no, that's okay.
with the singing and the poetry, I love how you sing and then you do a little spoken word in there, and I'm like, I
Yeah,
was loving that. So
yeah,
I
I
love
appreciate
that.
that. Thank you so much. I
You're
mean,
welcome.
it's funny because I always wanted to write. I was always into poetry. I mean, from we learned it in elementary school. I wanted to write, but I didn't think I had the chops for it
Mm,
for a long time. But when I went to college, I decided to take it as like my free elective.
mm,
And that's when I really started to push and I really started to write. And it was really kind of like cathartic for a long
mhm.
time. It was just very personal.
Same here. Yep.
And I just kept it all for myself. I didn't want to show anybody really. But I had these wild dreams of maybe one day I'll put a book together. One day
Mm,
I'm just going to put a book and some black and white photography together. And
mm,
I'm just going to put it out there. And I finally, got the courage up to do so, and I just started writing. And also with music, I always liked to say, I always loved to sing, but I decided to kind of interweave it. And again, I was out of my element though, because I can be a bit shy. I know it doesn't sound like it on
I-
the music, but I can be a bit shy. So but I felt like I felt this like this inner push to do it. You know what I
mhm.
mean? I felt good to do it.
Yeah.
And then I put the book out first. I did the music. I did Why Him. Why Him was, off of Black the Blue song. And that was the first kind of spoken word sing song, I had some bars in there. And I felt pretty good about it. And I also wanted to kind of bring back some of that old school flavor from like the 70s, when they used to
Ooh,
just talk on
ooh,
on the album. You know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
to feel that emotion. And
Yes.
so
When they had real interludes. When they had
yes,
real
real
interludes.
interludes.
When
You
you
know,
have real interludes. When songs were longer than 4 minutes. Right.
that's right. When they're
Yeah.
like 11 minutes long. You know,
Exactly.
and
It was a part
so
1 and a part 2. Mm-hmm.
yes, part exactly.
Those, if you know, you know.
Right.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Right. I love
So
it. So yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, that's okay. So I just wanted to go ahead and I did that. You know, I wanted to do that. I put out the I guess it was in Love book, and then cuffing season came, and I had been 888 days, and I felt like I
Yeah,
had some things I needed to get off my chest. I put it
yeah,
somewhere.
we're gonna get into that in a little bit. Do you feel like Beyonce is the Sasha Fierce? And I love how you said in the other interview that you liked Beyonce, because I liked Dangerously in Love Beyonce. That's the Beyonce.
Beyonce, I
Like,
love.
here's my thing. Up until Lemonade, I loved me some Beyonce. And I'm not mad at what she's done now. I'm not mad at it. But like you, I feel like it's time for her to sit down for a minute and let us miss her just for a little bit. Can we just miss you for a little bit?
Just a little
Can
bit.
we just miss you for a little bit? So that's the Beyonce that I love. Do you feel like her that an alter ego comes out when you create? Because I just feel like it sounds like you are entranced. When I was listening to you, you sound entranced. Like, I don't want to say possessed, but just like it's something has taken over you.
It's like it happens like even with like writing, it becomes kind of like I call it automatic writing. I don't think it just comes out. And
Yep.
sometimes when I hear a melody or like when I hear an instrumental, I hear some music, it's kind of like it provokes, it's very evocative. It
Yep.
makes a spirit almost come out, and it makes me
Absolutely.
want to kind of react.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could tell. I was definitely
It
getting
does.
that. I'm definitely picking up what you're putting down. I was all the way there. Because I was like, oh, child,
Well,
she
see,
got
it helped
me.
that I did it at home because I couldn't be that free in front of a room full of people. I honestly, like, you know what I
Okay.
mean, like as far as putting it down, really trying to. Now I can reproduce it now that it's done, like as far as performing. But when
Mm-hmm.
I want to get in my bag and I want to be raw, I don't like. I'm very sensitive to energy,
Mm-hmm. I know
so
Pisces.
I want to
I know
be.
Pisces. I love it. Y'all. Mm-hmm. That's that water.
Yeah.
That's that water. I love that. And I definitely believe like in energies and just all of that. And like you, writing is cathartic for me. Actually, a friend, she inboxed me today. She was like, Rocki, are you still writing? I was like, is Trump still a piece of shit? Hell yeah. I'm still writing. Absolutely. I was like, till I can't write no more. Absolutely. I am still writing. That's always my first love, no matter what. Because I've of course I have my podcast and do other things as well. But and sometimes I'm a publicist as well. But writing will always be my first love because this is my thing. No matter how much technology and y'all can come with all this AI and all of that shit, there's nothing that would replace the brilliance of our minds. Nothing.
Right.
And even with all of this technology and stuff we have now, you still have to know the fundamentals of reading and writing. That will never go out of style. So let's get into a little bit. I want to watch a little bit of this 888. And I want Dakari to maybe tell us who was 888 about. Because let's think about it. I mean, you don't want to call him out, okay? But I need to, because I said, who is the man? Because any woman knows that when you love a man, baby, when he snatch your soul, okay, we know that feeling, that grown woman feeling like I love. I will. Like my husband knows I am crazy and I am crazy about his ass too. And it just anyone who I love, that's just an energy, whether they're friends or lovers or whatever. We love intensely as women. It's just like whatever you give us, we cultivate.
Yep.
If you love us right, we gonna love you right. And that's just like the essence inherently of a woman. So I want to show a little bit of 888, with you looking all nice and y'all get ready. She looking real nice and fine in the video. So this is 888 off of Cuffing Season, which is your EP that came out last January of
January.
2023.
Yes.
Okay. 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 So y'all stand by. We're gonna watch a little bit of 888. Is it showing y'all?
Mm.
No, we
No,
don't
not
see
yet.
it.
Okay, hold
Not-
on. Hold on. Let me. Okay. Okay. What about now? Yep.
It's not showing on the
Yeah,
on
I
the
don't see it.
screen.
I don't see it yet.
Okay. Look, it's being hated. Oh, maybe if I do this. Duh. Okay, let's start it over.
You hoping that your truth.
All right, I'm getting it together.
Oh no, I'm chuckling because it's just such an intimate song.
It's cuffing season. And it's been 888 days.
Uh-oh, don't be hating on us.
Buffering.
Since the last time I felt you. I torture myself with flashbacks. Every time we met and or reacted. Swirling arousal as the doorway to my soul wept for you. Tears streaming, my mouth searched for answers. Kissing you, hoping that your truth would appear as mine. Every time I close my eyes, I'm reminded by your absence. And it's been 888 days. I want to be the crush. I want to feel your love. I want to be the one. I want to give my love to you. I torture myself with flashbacks of those times you watched my back. I let you weep where no one's been. And now I don't know how to act. How many days you're gonna make me wait? I've already made you in the eyes to stay. You act as if it's not a gift. Now it has been 888 days. I wanna feel your crush. I wanna feel your touch. I wanna be the one. I wanna give my love to you. Hey.
Oh, where'd you go?
We gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it. Okay. Now, I'm a writer. I don't do math, okay? But 888 days by what? 3 years? About 3 years.
Like 2.5.
Yeah, okay. Tell us the story behind that song, Dakari. Because when you said you act like it's not a gift, listen. Because we are. When we give ourselves to you, it is a gift as a woman. Please.
Well, you know what it is too? It was kind of like, don't act like you didn't just feel that. Don't act like I'm just here by myself when the earth just moved.
Right. Don't act like you weren't sprung either.
That's what I'm saying. You
You know
just
what I'm
felt
saying?
all of that. You felt it. Stop playing.
Don't act like you ain't want to light up a spliff afterwards. Don't front. Don't front or light a candle or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Baby.
I'm telling you. Yeah. It was one of those situations where, he caught me off balance. He called me. I was a little off balance. So let's just say that. And he was saying all the right things and seemingly doing all the right things, and but he was actually he was one of the worst guys. Like, as far as in a relationship,
right. Okay.
He wasn't. It wasn't right. You know what I mean? It wasn't right. But he inspired this.
Right. Absolutely. And any woman who's been there knows that, yeah, you're a shitty boyfriend, but you got great dick. That's unfortunate. You're like, damn, why you gotta be an asshole? Like, and I'm married. So of course I'm reflecting back to my single days. But it's like, I get it. Like, you're like, if we could just build a bear with a man, right?
Oh, we said this. Remember, I told you about this. I said, if we could just put his penis on a better man, it would be perfect.
So I get it. I totally get it. Even as a married woman, I totally get it. Totally inspiring. And so is that pretty much life is your muse?
Life is, yes, absolutely. I feel like I feel lost if I don't have one. And sometimes I'm my own muse, and that's a beautiful thing too. But then I kind of move on. Nature.
Yep.
But I write best when it's about some bullshit. I'll be honest. When I'm stressed out,
it's like we love Mary J. Blige better when she. Is that not the truth? Because we love My Life, Mary J. Blige, and My Drama, Mary J. Blige, way more than Stronger Than a Woman, Stronger Woman, or whatever.
What is wrong with us?
What, you know what? But I think it ties into humans. Yeah, we have this propensity or like attraction to pain in a way. Yeah, it's crazy.
I think what it is, you want to make pain, it hurts, but it's a way to make it beautiful. Yeah, it's a way to create some kind of like healing. It's a method of healing through the pain, and it does, and it becomes beautiful. So
yeah. My sister was agreeing as well. She's like, so true. Shout out to my sister. Hey, Tanya. Right, like I don't get it. It's just we like happy music too. We definitely do, but it's just like I think it's like it's part of that healing for us when we when we talk about that stuff that's been traumatic or painful and we can get it out, and it inspires so many other people. Because I was definitely feeling you, even though it ain't been 80 days for me, thank God. But I was feeling that. So I love that. So
the 888 was also symbolic of infinite, like the symbol.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, got you.
Yeah. That was a little.
Okay, I was about to say, because was it actually 880 days?
Oh, honey, it was longer than that. Actually,
I love it. I love it. It's like one of those things. Like a bad situation always becomes a great story. Yeah. Like when you're hanging out with friends and something went wrong, you like, but later on we can laugh and talk about it. This is a great story. I love that. So I love it. I love it. So Ben, I know you just are like so inspired with being connected with her, and I love how you just big up her. Shout out to being original.
Shout out to being original. He's always got my back.
I love it. Listen, you better get you an Aries on your team. I'm telling y'all. Like the one lady said, you better get one of these. What is that? A chicken salad? It's an Aries. You better get one of these on your team. Seriously, because we gonna ride for you. We will. Yes, definitely. And I love how Ben has done that. So Ben, let me ask you though, where did I obviously you're being original. I love that play on words, but how did you become being original?
Well, I think that it's because I've always wanted I live the town that I was raised in, born and raised in. My father is a very well known and well liked individual,
Mhm.
and I kind of wanted my own thing. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be I wanted my own brand. I
Mm-hmm.
wanted my own identity
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
on
Yeah.
my own accord.
Yeah.
I didn't, not that I didn't want to be proud, not that I'm not proud to be his son, but at the
All
same
right.
time, I felt like I tried to do things in my own way for the
Yep.
most part. I tried to
Absolutely.
be myself, and
Yep.
embracing the whole being original thing came from because I just strive to be me,
Yep.
Mhm.
and in whatever form that might take at any moment. But I just tried to do me in that way. So
I love
and it gave me freedom to do it. It was funny because I have wrote for so many of these different media outlets, and none of them really knew outside of payroll. None of them really knew my government name. My government name. They all know being original. Like they've seen the bylines and the source and double
it.
XL and King and Vibe, and then they were like, but they. It wasn't until Facebook had that policy where you had to use your real name that they knew that Benjamin Moody even existed.
Right,
So
right.
you
People were
know,
like, "Who is this?" You probably sent the friend request, and they was like, "Who is this?"
right. But I had to put it in parentheses
Right.
so they could identify.
Yeah.
But no, it just gave me the freedom to be myself, and also there was a time when because having people like you for the wrong reasons can be a very
Mhm.
painful thing.
Mhm.
Yes.
So
Ooh,
I
where the
tried
bell? Ooh, I wish I
to
had a bell to ring. Ooh,
yeah,
yeah.
so I try to separate who I am from what I do. Being original was
Mm.
who what I do.
Mhm.
Benjamin Moody is who I am.
Yes.
But because of my climactic rise in the industry and whatever, I one of the things that I would say about my friendship with Dakari is that because she was my actual friend,
Mhm.
it gave me a lot of reassurance that I can be being original and Benjamin Moody at the same time.
I
Mhm.
love it.
That I can embrace all sides of me and not have to separate the two.
Mhm.
Right. I love that. I love that. And I love what you're saying. Separate who you are from what you do. And that's
Right,
what I have to explain to people at times. And I think you said something similar. That we have to look at liking people, separating what we like about what they do from who they are.
Mhm.
right,
Like
right,
the artist and the art. We got to
Mhm.
learn how to compartmentalize that
Mhm.
at
right.
times.
You
Right.
know,
And that's what we kind of learn to do in this business, to look at that. Yeah, that's the artist, but they're a person as well. And
Mhm.
that's always what I try to do when I'm interviewing someone. I always want to get to who you are as a person, because I
right,
know who your persona is to the public. We know,
Mhm.
we see that, but who are you as a person? What makes you tick?
right. And I think that's one of the things that has helped me navigate this industry space is because of the fact that, you know, let's just be honest, a lot of these people are nothing more than the desk they sit behind.
Ooh,
There's a lot of these people that if you were to take away whatever title or whatever brand they are
mhm,
contributing to
Mhm.
or working for,
mhm.
they would be empty shells.
I
Yeah.
love it. I
Because
love that. Yep,
people don't really rock with them. They just see opportunity in their
yep,
position.
yep,
Yeah.
So, and I
yep.
didn't want that for myself. I
Exactly.
just, I just
Yep.
wanted the people to know that, you know, I am who I am.
Mhm.
Yep.
It's kind of like
This
what
is
you
it.
were saying earlier that, as far as being an Aries or whatever, it's like the way I am on Facebook is not an image. It's not
That's who the fuck. Listen, that's what I told people. I said, I'm who the fuck I am in real life.
right,
That's when
right,
people meet me, they like, you really are. Yes, this is who I am. I was here before social media. Okay.
right,
I
right,
come from the MySpace Black Planet days. Okay. I was here before we was doing all of this shit. So And when I say stuff to people on Facebook, I'm gonna say that same shit to you in person. And
Right.
sometimes I'll be wishing I was in person so I could say that to them. Like, I wish I was in person now so I could say this to your fucking face. Like, seriously.
Right.
Like, oh my God. Yes, yes, yes.
That's funny because I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm a little more tame on social media. I'm a little more tame.
Mm-hmm.
Ben knows that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In real life, I'm not.
Yeah. You ain't tame on cuffing season, that's for sure. You ain't tame on that right now. And that's what I love. I love that. I love that. But I think that balances. We need that. You know, we need all of us in there together. So let's talk about the 100th issue of Urban. Who's gonna be on the cover?
I don't know.
We don't know yet. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's gonna be fun.
Okay. Because you going on? It's in 2001, right? So over 20 years.
Well, the digital issues is something that I started maybe
2016.
2016.
Okay.
So, but the website, the brand is something that the website and the Apple News channel and stuff like that, that's been around way longer.
Okay.
I mean, what you call it? Trey Songz had the cornrows.
Baby. Listen, that first album with Aretha Franklin speaking on the intro.
Right.
That's the Trey Songz I need. I need that Trey Songz to come on back. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Someone find him. Like, seriously. I love it. I love it. So the 100th, how does that feel to be doing the 100th issue of Urban Mag? And y'all can't give a little tidbit. I mean, what? Come on now. You can't give me a little something. A little sneak peek. Well, y'all got, I know y'all planning a little something. Come on.
Well, one of the things about the magazine is that much of the issues are, everything is spontaneous. Okay. I could tell you what's going to be in tomorrow's issue.
Okay. You know, okay, well, let's do that right quick.
I got Funky Deneva's on the cover.
Oh my
God. But now listen.
A disclaimer. There's like a disclaimer coming.
Funky Deneva, the interview is going to reveal, like, the person I interview is Quentin.
Oh, okay.
So Funky Deneva is the personality, is the persona that he puts out there.
Right. Okay.
But the person
I'm sorry. So his pronoun is he. My apologies. I said she. But
yeah, his pronoun is he.
Okay. All right. My apologies, Funky Deneva. I love you.
So you know, I think that the interview is going to be very, you know, well received, because it's not what, if you're looking for the interview like me talking to Funky Deneva, that's not going to be in the issue.
Okay. All right.
I'm talking to the man behind Funky Deneva.
Okay.
And you know, Quentin, while Funky Deneva is in him, that energy is in him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But he's probably, I would have to say that it's probably one of my favorite interviews. It's probably one of my favorite interviews, because during the interview, he was being his authentic self.
I love it.
And it's just really dope that, you know, because he's extra. So Funky Deneva is really extra.
Yeah, I know.
But in the man behind Funky Deneva, he's a very authentic human being. It wasn't what I expected at first.
Mm-hmm. But that's what's so beautiful. That's what's so beautiful about
I love it.
You know, the fact that we cover a vast, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Personalities and energies and you know, different like facets, and we're not monolithic, and
I love that.
Cover everything. You know what I mean? And
I love that.
I'm so proud of Urban for doing
yes, that. Absolutely. Kudos to y'all for sure. I'm serious. I love it.
It's a beautiful thing. I mean, I think that, you know, I think in the interview, you know, like you said, it's important to understand the person.
Yep.
And I think that the person
Absolutely.
that I interviewed is going to,
Mhm.
it gives a lot. It's a lot more substance.
Yes. Oh my God. I
So
always say that. I
that
value substance over style any day.
yeah,
Give me
it's
substance
gonna
over style.
the things that you I think that it's going to people the people who appreciate Funky Geneva are going to appreciate him even more.
Mhm.
Mm,
And I think that the people who may not necessarily be avid fans of Funky
Mhm.
Geneva, I think that you're going to find that within every human being, there's parts that you can relate to. Like he talks about his mother, he talks about his
Mhm.
childhood, he talks
Mhm.
about living his life, and
Mhm.
not one of the things that is great and is going to be maybe somewhat surprising is that he talks about how important it is for him to live his truth, and
Mhm.
he doesn't consider um while Funky Geneva is a little bit performative,
mm,
he tries to, when he's not performing as Funky Geneva, he tries to make sure that he's being true to himself in everything that he does. That's just a
Mhm.
part of his life, and that's, it's an
Right.
over the top character that he
Right.
creates.
That's just a part of who he is. That's just a piece of who he is. Right.
Right, right.
Right.
And it's really dope because, I think that before the interview, before I had the chance to talk to him, you think that the character is him, but that's just a character that he created.
Right.
And
mhm,
it's
Right.
really dope. It's just I think that it's going to, I appreciated the fact that he was willing to sit down and have a real, non gimmicky, straight up
Mm.
conversation. You
mhm.
know,
Mhm.
it was
Yep.
really
I
dope.
appreciate
So
that. Yeah. So how do you all decide who to cover and who's going to be covered next or who you interview? Is that usually up to you, Dakari, or do you all collaborate? Like, how does that come
We
together?
collaborate.
right,
We discuss. There's always a discussion. It all depends on who comes across the desk.
Mm.
Uh,
right,
sometimes there's sometimes like if I feel so moved, if I see something or someone that I feel inspired to put on the cover or feature in the issue, then I run it by Ben and or vice versa. He's like, hey, you know what? I have this, and this that came across
Mhm.
my desk. What do you think? You know, and then we'll
Yep.
go from there. Yeah, that's usually.
right. Now there's some people that because of like we might interview we might interview, well, probably more than that. We'll
Mm-hmm.
probably interview 10 people in a
Mm-hmm.
given 30-day period. Now the
Excuse me.
one person might say something that is so profound,
Mm-hmm.
and their energy
Yep.
where and he or she or they might not be the biggest person
Right.
in that period of time,
Mm.
but because we connect with them
Yep.
in a real meaningful way, we're
Yep.
like, you know what, this person gets the look.
Yeah. Or we go on who we think also kind of the
Right, who
deserves
really deserve it, because beyond the industry stuff, me and Dakari are also avid music fans. We're avid
yeah.
fans of these people that
Yeah.
we put in the issue. I mean,
It's
Dakari,
culture. Culture is very important. It's all about integrity. You have to, it's about
you
what's
know,
with their craft or their art, and who they are underneath it all. You know what I mean?
right.
Exactly.
So
Sometimes we might, sometimes Dakari teases me a lot because sometimes when it comes to the women that I put in the issue, I put all my favorite, all my favorite people that I'm actually fans of. I put all my favorites. So,
beautiful.
like Gail Bean from Snowfall,
Oh,
that's a friend of mine.
she's amazing.
Right. That's a
I
friend
love
of mine.
her. Love
And
her.
and she
Phenomenal actress.
right. And she has a cover anytime she wants
Waiting,
a cover, she can get a
waiting.
cover, you know? London Brown from London Brown from Power, Raising Canaan, Uncle Marvin.
Yeah,
He's had what, two covers, and he's had two covers and a feature,
yeah.
in the last 6 7 years. So, I'm trying to, what I'm saying is that a lot of times it's because we're feeling the person.
Yeah.
And if we feel the person, it doesn't matter who else is in that 30-day period.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna empower that person because we're also trying to shape, as far as being quote unquote gatekeepers.
Yeah.
We're also trying to shape the future.
Yeah.
So things that there's certain artists that would never get a cover,
Nope.
no matter what.
No matter how.
No amount of money, nothing.
Nope.
They would never get a cover because we might feel that their brand or the way they present is
At least where they are today, because we're very understanding that people evolve and they grow.
Right.
Such as, would you name
somebody that we wouldn't put on the cover?
Right at this point, would you name someone? For example,
Sexy Red would never get a cover. This is a lot of.
We don't know who's gonna be in 10 years from now.
Wait a minute, Ben, and she's an Aries too.
Yes, I saw that.
Now hear me out. For those listening, before I get the DMs and the comments, understand this: we're not stopping Sexy Red from prospering.
No,
because there's a whole bunch of other media outlets out there that would be more than happy to support her.
Right.
Yeah.
I would rather support Rhapsody.
Right.
I would rather.
Oh my God! Oh my God! I love her. She is so underrated. Yes. Right. Yes.
So I just rather support. People when it comes to the editorial content. One of the things is like the magazine is for the people, but it's our thing. And while I'm gracious for the people who read it, you don't have to.
Right.
You don't have to. If you don't like it, there's a whole lot of other magazines out there that may be for you because it's not for you. And one of the things when it comes to branding, whether it's Dakari with her music or with her poetry or with her writing or whatever, all the many things that I do, I understand everything is not for everybody. But what you're not going to do is tell me what to do with my thing. So that's the heart of it all.
That's the beauty of having your own platform.
Right. Yeah. Ownership have privileges. Yes. If you want to put Sexy Red on the cover of a magazine, launch your own magazine and do that. And I'll clap for you.
Yeah.
And I'll clap for you. But not over here.
Right.
Exactly. And excuse me, guys, I'm having a coughing fit, of course, while we're in the middle of this. But I love that. I love that. And unfortunately, we're coming to the end. We've got 2 minutes. So I want you all to tell, where can people find you? Wait a minute. You have a tour coming up. What is this FNGT tour, Dakari? What's that about? I saw you. Okay. Come on.
Have you listened to the song? Have you listened to the song? I Guess It Wasn't Love Yet?
Yes.
There's a bar in there that says "Fuck Niggas Got Feelings Too." So it's the "Fuck Niggas Got Feelings Too" tour.
Oh, really? That's hilarious. You mean he's a fuck nigga like a fuck boy, or you saying fuck? Oh, do they? Is that like that? Because that's reminding me. Oh my God, I'm gonna take it way back. When Morris Day said "Gigolos get lonely too." Is it like that?
Kind of. It's more along the lines. So you know how a lot of these dudes have been moving for years. But it's all to the forefront now. Now we got a title for it. We got a term for it, and but yeah, that's what it is. And it's a little raw. I said something bad. I said, are you sure? You sure? Because I came up with the idea and I was like really excited about it. I'm like, oh my goodness. I said, this is so like raw and biting. I said, this would be such a good tour title. I was like, but is it too much? No. And he was like, nah, it's not too much.
No, it's not. It's what absolutely is needed.
Right.
Absolutely what is needed.
Well, the reality of it is that, like when you hear songs like Why Him and 888, the reality is that the guys that move in that way, most of the fuck niggas are absolutely the most fragile and sensitive.
Right.
So they do have the title kind of puts a spin, takes that sensitivity and that fragility and puts it on his face like fuck niggas have feelings too.
Yeah.
Real
Like
baby
you over
boy,
here
Jody.
crying, blowing
Right.
snot bubbles. Oh, I got a little me.
They're a Jody, a baby boy. Yeah.
Or exactly. A man.
Yeah, they're a Jody.
A man child, Jody, exactly, from Baby Boy. That's what I mean. And it's like that's what it's really about. It's about the fact that, we just have to our men need to do better. Women need to do better by
we
also
all need to do better
for their decision making.
Exactly.
So I'm not saying it's all on them, but I am saying I got some things to say.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. I love that. And that's what I've told my son. And I'm so glad he has a village. And like I said, my husband and I are raising him together with our village. But I've told him, you are not going to be a fuck boy. You're not. You're not going to wait for a woman to do things for you. You're going to bring some value. Okay?
Absolutely.
You're going to at least know the basics of washing and cooking and cleaning. Okay? So we can be here all night talking about that, Lord Jesus. But,
by the way, that was exclusive. You're the first platform to get that.
Because I wasn't planning on saying anything for another few months as to what that meant. I was going to hold it.
Well,
But I like you kind of take the bull by the horns and you ask questions. I like that.
Listen. I said, we got to ask about that. I was, because I always do my little, and we're going a little bit over, but this is my platform, so we can go a little over. I always do my research. As you all were saying on the other show, I can't stand now how we have these pseudo journalists who don't know who the fuck they're interviewing. Like, you don't even know who you're talking to. You don't even know the history behind the person. And it doesn't take that long to just do a little research.
Absolutely.
Just do a little research to ask.
It shows that you care.
Yeah. Exactly. You care about your craft. And that's the thing. I think that's why we keep going, because we love what we do and we have to do it with integrity.
Absolutely.
And I'm always about operating in excellence. Absolutely. And that's the struggle I've had at times when I've written certain stories. I've hated how when I've sent it to my editor, how they're like twisting and sensationalize it. And I'm like, that ain't what the fuck I was writing about. This is another, and so that's the conflict. That's why I've stuck with certain publications for so long, because I respect that they won't just take what, a story that I've crafted and just turn it into something totally different, or they'll put a headline on there that's totally different than what the story was intended for. So, and I wanted always, whomever I'm interviewing, how large or big or whatever, mainstream, independent or whatever, I want to make sure that I'm getting to the core of who you are. So that tour though, Dakari, how can they find out about it? Tell how they can follow you all.
Just keep following me on Instagram, Facebook. I'm on, I guess it's Twitter, X, right? I am on LinkedIn. I am on TikTok. I am on Lemons. You can find me everywhere. I have my own website. It's Dakari Eli. Everywhere in Dakari Eli.
Beautiful name, by the way, Dakari.
Thank you so much. It's Swahili for happy.
I love it.
And also, please, everybody, keep a lookout for organic fruit, because it's coming.
Is that your new next EP?
Yes.
Organic fruit. That sound. Ooh.
It's gonna be a little less pain and a little more sex.
Yeah. But we like a little pain with the sex.
With the pain with the sex too, I know.
It's a little pain in pleasure. I like a little pain. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Make it hurt good.
You can choke me a little bit.
Oh God.
Just a little bit.
I'm about to turn my camera off.
Let me stop. Okay. Where can they find Urban Magazine? Where can they subscribe? All of that.
Urban Magazine, we of course got the website. We're at the top of the Google Bing, all that stuff. Just type in Urban Magazine, you'll come and find us. At Urban Magazine is all over Twitter, Instagram. It's on LinkedIn. It's being original. It's been original everywhere. It's all those aforementioned social media outlets, TikTok, whatever. Just type my name in and you're gonna find me.
You're gonna find me.
I'm not hard to find. I'm definitely not hard to find.
I love that. Well, I really appreciate you all. Thank you for coming. Had a great conversation. Maybe one day y'all can find a little space for me in Urban Mag.
Of course.
If y'all got a dope ass chick section or something, if you ever do, whatever whatever feature you might think I can fit in, I would greatly appreciate it. But I'm going to keep rocking with you regardless. I look forward to supporting whatever you all are doing. And you always have a, come on back here. You're friends of the show now for Rocki's Reality. Please keep me posted on things that you are doing. And I always like to end with a little fun, more fun, of course.
Okay.
So let's do 5 favorites for each of you. 5 favorites. Okay, let's start. Favorite interview.
Oh man,
I know it's so many. I know.
Jesus.
Yeah.
We're talking about like several hundred.
For you, it's way more than me. And I'm already
both of y'all. I want both of y'all to answer. Favorite interview.
I want to say that one of my favorite interview. I would say one of my favorite interviews. Was besides Dakari, I would say one of my favorite interviews is with Gail Bean, because even when I first interviewed her, it was at the very early stages of her career, and she's been rocking with me ever since as a really good friend. So I want to say that that's probably one of my personally favorite. Dame Dash was another one. I mean, there's so many, but
I know that was a cut up.
Dame is special. He's special.
Listen, I know. I can imagine if I could be a gnat flying around the room on that one.
No, it was dope. I think that because of the fact that while I may not agree or see eye to eye, and I'm sure Dame doesn't really care what I agree or see eye to eye. But what I understood his childhood. I understood why, and that's the most important part.
It is
right.
It's understanding the why somebody does these things, and and knowing him sharing his story about how he paid his tuition in high school to go to a private school as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
You got to respect the hustle. You can embrace, you can understand why he feels the way he feels about himself.
Yep. Absolutely. He truly got it out the mud. Exactly. Yeah. Right. Okay. How about you, Dakari?
I would say written interview. I was a little disappointed at the direction it took after I wrote it. I would say that Nick Cannon was actually an excellent interview. It was. It was a great interview. I would say, you see me, I'm trying. I was disappointed with the direction it took because we published it, right? We put it out there for public consumption. And then what was it, a couple weeks later?
Right.
Another platform spun the same story I did. And I was big mad. I was big mad.
Matters.
Yeah. So, but anyway, but I would say the most fun interview, and I'm so mad that we lost that interview, is I'd have to say the interview with Raheem Devon.
Ooh.
That was a very fun interview.
I bet. He just looked like he put a spell on you. Okay. All right. Okay. So favorite interviews. Okay. Favorite album.
Oh, why would you do that? That's painful. Which genre?
Besides your own, of course. Besides your own.
I mean, R&B and soul.
Whatever.
Are we talking hip hop? Are we talking
whatever? It's your choice. Whatever you want to choose.
Oh, that is so hard.
I don't ask the easy questions.
God, it really depends on my mood.
That's a good point.
Well, I'm gonna say mine so that way while you think about
it. While she thinking, be what you would write.
I think that my favorite, I would say the favorite single is Eric B for President by Rakim. Because when that dropped, Rakim changed hip hop. I was like, I was like a little kid. I was still young, like I think in high school or middle school when I saw him
Yeah.
come
Oh
out,
my God.
and I was like, this guy's the greatest. He's the
The
greatest.
God MC for real.
Right. But I would say
Yeah.
I would say right now the favorite album is Reasonable Doubts.
Ooh.
Bar none. I think Reasonable Doubt is
Ooh.
the
You went
perfect hip
there.
hop, the perfect New York hip hop album. I would say Reasonable Doubt.
Yes. Ooh, I got the tape. Okay. I had the tape of that. Ooh.
I mean,
Ooh.
that's still second to Cuffing Season, but I was
Oh,
just
here
gonna
you go, bro. You so stupid.
I love it. Listen, big up.
I love you too.
Listen.
Oh my
I love
gosh.
it. I'm not mad at it.
I can't answer that question.
Okay.
I
Or
can't.
you won't.
I can't because I just can't.
I'm with you. I'm with you. That's the same when people ask me. I'm like, I have like a top 5. I can't like
And I
narrow it
can't
down.
even say.
And you're
You know
right.
what
It
it is?
depends
Like
on the
I
mood.
say top 5 hip hop or top
Yeah.
5 R&B and soul, and then I
Mm.
also listen to alternative. So I'm
Mhm.
like, I'm having like a meltdown in my head,
Mm.
and it's like it depends. Are we talking about just the 90s? Are we talking about just the 70s?
Baby.
What are we doing? It's really hard.
Listen. Okay. I'll let you
You let me live
bypass
on
that
that.
one.
I mean, I'm an artist too, so it's like
I get it. I know. We be having so much stuff in our head. It'd be too hard. And like you're right. And you're right, because it depends on my mood too. You're so right. And it varies because I could be rocking with some Janis Joplin or Stevie Nicks one day, and then the next I'm in my Glorilla, Mary J.
yeah, that's
Blige.
what I'm talking about. I can't do it. I can't.
I know the struggle. Okay. So let's do something a little simpler. Favorite food.
Oh, favorite food? Can it be like does it have to be a dish, or does it have to be like a?
Writers get on your nerves, don't they?
No, and I'm patient because I get it, and I know she a Pisces too, so I know they be like, what?
We ebb and
I
flow,
know.
man. We ebb and flow.
So what about you, Ben? While she thinking about it, Ben?
As journalists, we gotta be like, yo, no, we gotta specify. We gotta get this down to it.
I know, right. Because you like, I gotta transcribe this later now.
My favorite food. This is gonna sound very simple for a very eloquent person, but my favorite food.
Start with an S. No, go ahead.
Okay, my favorite food.
I was gonna try to guess it.
I'm the kind of guy that gets hamburger and cheeseburgers everywhere I go.
You like my husband, Ben. And he was asking,
Like,
and yes, Ben, that's him, Jose Grillier. Yes, boo, he is from New York. That's my husband too. He like, we could go to a fancy place. He be like, they got burger. I'm like, oh, yep. Good old burger, cheeseburger.
I would say cheeseburger is my overall. When Dakari cooks these burgers, though, she puts like a cucumber on top. I'm just saying, it's really dope. It's really dope.
So I might have to try that because I love cucumbers.
Yeah. It's a different take instead of people that don't like pickles. You know what I'm saying? But it makes like texture crunchy.
Yeah. That sounds
good. He doesn't like pickles.
Yeah. So it's dope. It's dope.
I love that.
So my favorite food, the one that she says starts with an S, is because she made the steak for me. And
like,
let me tell you. I'm hungry right now thinking about
it. Listen, okay. So right. So what about you, Dakari? Did you think of your favorite?
I did. You know what? I have to have, and I eat it every single day, and it's very simple. But I have to have salad with avocado in it. I make a fresh salad, garden salad every day.
With spring mix?
What do you mean?
With spring mix, not iceberg lettuce,
no,
right?
Listen.
No.
I told myself, I was like, if I ever open up a restaurant, it's going to be called No Iceberg.
Listen, I don't do iceberg lettuce. Okay, don't give me no salad with an iceberg lettuce.
No, I get Big Mac.
Don't do it.
I do. I get Big Mac. No, I do. I like arugula. I like spring mix. I love all of that. Yeah. Like salad. I chop up everything. I have to put in my cucumbers. I have to put in everything, and I have to have. I love avocado.
Yes. Okay. I love it. I'm a big salad person too. Ooh.
Yeah.
Put me some red onions and cucumbers on there, and the big cherry tomatoes.
Yes. You know what you could do? Change it up sometimes instead of the red onions. scallions.
Ooh.
Fresh
Is that pretty
scallions.
much green onions chopped
Yeah,
up?
the thin green ones. Yes.
Ooh.
Very good.
Yes. Oh gosh. I'm
Like I
hungry.
do sunflower seeds sometimes. Sometimes I put cheese, different kind of cheese. I
Oh
got
yes. And I love the craisins. Do you do craisins?
raisins.
With the
I
almonds?
got honey glazed pecans.
Ah,
I
ooh,
go crazy.
I love me a good listen. And sometimes I put me some salmon on there too.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Yes, or some
Or
shrimp.
some shrimp. See, you know what? We need to listen. Okay, we got 2 more because it's 5.
Okay.
Right.
Favorite travel destination.
I haven't been there yet, but I want to go to Machu Picchu.
Oh.
I want to go to Peru.
Ooh.
That's
So
where I
Machu Picchu is in Peru?
in Peru.
Okay, I love it.
Yeah.
All exotic and stuff.
Yeah, it's like supposed to be very spiritual.
I'm gonna have to Google that. Machu Picchu. Now I've heard of Peru, but what's
Yeah.
Machu Picchu? Okay.
Machu Picchu.
I love it. Okay, what about you?
Japan.
Oh,
Japan.
I love it. Have you been there or you want to go there?
I want. That's where I want to go. The favorite place that I've been, not under the best circumstances, but one of the favorite places that I've been. I've been to London. I love Saudi Arabia. I love Saudi Arabia. It's beautiful.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I think, and Kuwait. Kuwait is a very beautiful city.
Oh wow! You would never
It's a
think.
very beautiful
Okay.
country. It wasn't that beautiful when I went, but it was.
That's like because I was like, it just when I think of Kuwait, I think of war, but I guess it's more to it than that.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
last question, last favorite movie or TV show.
Okay, so all right, my favorite movie. I'm gonna tell you right now. Don't judge me, okay? My favorite is Love Jones. It'll always be Love Jones.
I'm not judging, girl. Listen, when Lorenz leaned across that counter and asked her if she wanted anything else after he had cooked her breakfast, I said, listen, y'all can hop up on that counter right now. Yes.
You know, the soundtrack is dope. I love the story. I love the fact that just everything, the spoken word, the music. I mean,
yes,
it was everything.
Yes, yes.
Everybody dressed well. I don't know. It was.
I'm with it. One of my top 5 movies. You don't have a black card if you haven't seen Love Jones. I don't give a damn.
Whoa.
Well, Ben, you ain't seen Love Jones.
No, he didn't see it when he and I first really got really tight, and I was like, "What?" So that day, that was the day I made the mistake too. I said, "You gonna watch?
You ain't black. Y'all should do." And I thought about doing. We've talked and we've seen that talk on social media. Like, you ain't black if you ain't seen certain movies. Like, you gotta Love Jones is like. I love it. Okay. Let me stop. I digress. Okay, Ben, your favorite movie or TV show?
Well, my favorite TV show is Top Boy from Netflix.
Yeah,
I love the London Blokes. I love the way, I love the storyline from Top Boy. Snowfall is right up there with it.
Snowfall,
the first 4 seasons though.
Oh,
did you like it all the way to the end?
Well, I would honestly say the first 3 seasons were fire. The 4th season kind of slowed down.
That's what I'm saying. Because after John died, it was like it kind of fizzled for me. Damn. Yeah, I still loved it, but I was like,
Because with Damson, I mean, he's a young man and all, but
listen. I love my husband.
He's fine.
But
listen, Snowfall. It's a great show.
No, Snowfall is great. I mean, plus Gelbean's on there. Plus what you call it? Now we put Angela Lewis. We put her
from
on
Detroit.
Right. We put her on the cover. We put her on the cover
for the women's issue.
For the women's issue before we know that her character arc was gonna
go left.
Yeah. Before she became the villain on the show.
Damn. But I still liked her though. I thought her character was still necessary for the show.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely,
I feel
absolutely.
like I feel like it was the natural course of things. Like,
Yeah.
because at the beginning, his uncle and both her had warned him how crack will pretty much fuck shit up.
Yeah.
How
Right.
it makes stuff go left. It ruins
I know.
relationships.
But when he died, when her man died, what was his name?
I hated that. Jerome. Was it Jerome?
Jerome.
Was it
Yeah.
Jerome? Was it Uncle
It
Yeah.
Jerome?
broke my heart. I love Jerome.
I did too. I did too.
You
I
know,
don't like that part when he hit her, when he smacked her. I was
Well,
like,
no,
you better not be a woman beater.
yeah, no.
But I love Snowfall. I love the realness of that show because it's probably told the fucking truth about. I love how shows like that tell the truth about how drugs got into America.
Yep.
I love that.
And you know, one thing from a writing standpoint that I truly appreciated, I love how they tore Franklin apart in one episode.
Yep.
Oh
Oh
gosh.
my God.
They completely dismantled him.
Yeah.
That was painful to watch.
And it was very painful, and it was very it was poignant, it was hurtful. Like,
it was, yep.
I was like,
it was like poetic justice though. Like,
right. And
I mean,
just
what
thought
we know.
and I thought that was brilliant writing. I thought that and the performance was brilliant because you
At
know,
the end,
yeah, it definitely, I think for the culture, it definitely did a thing where it showed you, you know, like a lot of these shows may be perceived as glorifying things,
yeah,
but there's a reality that comes with that.
yeah.
And I think that they showed the reality of it. Because I know for me at 54, that a lot of the guys that I knew that were hustling back in when I was in my teens and 20s, you know, a lot of them, the ones that are alive, a lot of them are in bad states.
Yeah.
Exactly. You ain't you ain't retiring. You ain't retiring good.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
If you get out at all. Yeah.
Exactly.
That was very responsible of them to do that.
Yep. Yep. Don't make it look like he on the beach at the end chilling. Nope. This is the real.
Right.
This is real. The fall from grace is real.
Yeah. And I love how they incorporated things like the amount of money that was in the safe was the same amount of money that he had to hustle up to when he went and bought his first key.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh yeah.
And I love that the store that they showed when he was bumming out at the end.
Yeah.
It's the same store that he worked at.
Yep.
When he was a kid in the beginning.
Yep.
Yep. Full circle.
It was really great writing. Really great story.
I love it. Yeah.
I think Doug Hamilton is proud of he should be very proud of the work that he left behind.
Yeah. He should. Salute to him. Absolutely. So
is that the fifth one?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And I know we got our 5. Yeah. Okay.
No,
so I appreciate.
You're a great host. You're a great interviewer. Because
thank you.
Because like
there's a lot coming from you. Thank you.
No, it's really great. You're really great because we're talking. Because listen, sometimes we be putting people on the clock. We like, yo, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, we out.
We have that hour and 20 minutes is.
Yeah. I appreciate you all, and I apologize for holding you over. I'm sorry.
No. We
don't apologize. Nah.
We get to talking, and it's just like, but I truly, but it's the beauty of having your own platform too that I can go over a little bit. I ain't got to worry, ain't no sponsors trying to get, But I appreciate you all again. Right quick again, once again, where can everyone find you all? Urban Magazine on all platforms. Right. Dakari, Eli on all platforms. Right. Being Original as well on all platforms.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And make sure you go and check out Cuffing Season. Make sure when you play Cuffing Season, you're in the appropriate company because it's not friendly. It's not for your friends.
It's not just kick it. It's not just like I'm just chilling with my platonic friend.
Right. Right. Put the kids to bed. Yeah. Tell auntie to go. No, this ain't for the barbecue. This ain't for the family barbecue.
No.
Light a couple of candles.
Yes.
Straight up session.
That's how I put it together. I always had candles and incense and fairy lights and stuff.
Yep. That's right. Set the mood. Set the mood. I know that's right.
For having us.
You're welcome.
Yes,
thank you as well. And I look forward to hearing what's next. You all, please keep me posted and let's keep in contact. Absolutely, because I believe in reciprocity. Let's help each other. I really appreciate if it's something I can do and vice versa, please. And already you all have. I thank you, Ben, for featuring my client, and I thank you for being open. So I really appreciate you. Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. So you all have a great night, and I look forward to that fuck nigga to have feelings.
I got feelings too. Organic fruit.
And organic fruit. When is organic fruit coming?
It's going to come out this summer. I'm kind of leaning for the back end of the summer, but I am going to have a single drop June.
Okay, good. Right in time for the summer. Yes. I love it. Okay. You all have a great night. Thank you, everyone who's watched and hung in there with us. Shout out to everyone who watched, and thank you again. Rocki's Reality will be back next week with some more great people, and you all take care and have a good night.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Take care.